Hello. A word has been coming to me over and over again over the last few days, and I thought it might be the place to start as we get ready for Palm Sunday. The words come from Psalm 137, and they read like this. By the waters of Babylon we sat down, and we wept when we remembered Zion. There on the poplars we hung our harps, for there the captors asked for us songs. Our tormentors demanded of us songs of joy. They said, "Sing to us songs of Zion." How can we sing a song to the Lord while in a foreign land? I've been thinking about this because it feels like we are a people in exile right now. We're all in our individual homes and we're longing for the things that have brought us peace and comfort over our lives. And especially we're longing for church. We're longing to be in our building again. We're longing to see our people again and talk and hug and laugh and sing songs of Zion with one another. And we're hungry to have communion with each other. Some of us have communion weekly and some of us have it once a month. This coming week we are supposed to be having communion, and things have changed, so that's not going to be possible. But I invite you to think about what a love meal might look like, especially in light of this story I'd love to share with you. Years ago, when I was starting off in ministry, a mom came into my office. I was just getting there. It was about 9 o'clock in the morning. And she said, "Could I come in and speak to you?" And I said, "Sure, come on and have a seat. What's going on?" And she says, I need to check on my girls' eternal salvation here because they did something this morning that I'm worried about." And I said, "My goodness, what could they have possibly done?" It's 9 o'clock in the morning and they go to elementary school. So she started sharing the story, and what was happening is the family was getting ready for the day. And they were eating breakfast, and Mom said to the girls, "I want you to finish your breakfast and keep getting ready for the day. I'm going to get ready for the day myself. I'll be in the bathroom and I'll be right back." So Mom was doing her hair and doing her makeup, and all of a sudden things got really quiet in the breakfast nook. She came into the place where the girls were supposed to be eating their breakfast, and she found them all around a common cup of milk. And they had a piece of Pop-Tart and lines of cheese. No Pop-Tarts in the house right now. And they were all leaning in, and they were about to dip their little Pop-Tart into the milk when Mom said, "What on earth are you doing?" They said, "We're having communion before we go to school, Mom." And she's like, "You can't do that. You can't have communion with milk and Pop-Tart and then go to school." And the youngest one said something that I'll never forget. She said, "Mom, what better way to start the day than with Jesus?" What a beautiful sense of understanding. Don't tell me kids don't understand communion and what can be possible when the presence of God is in and around and among us. But this Sunday, we're not going to have communion. We're going to have a love feast. So I'm inviting you all to look around your house, decide as a family or decide as an individual, what would you like to bring to the love feast at your table at home? There's precedence for this. The Wesleys took bread and water out into the city streets of London to meet those who were not coming into church because they were either working or distant from the church, and they offered this gift in remembrance of all that Jesus is doing in our lives. To this day, Moravians have love feasts, and they gather, and they have in their coffee mug very heavily sugared and creamed coffee and a sweet roll for their love feast. What would you like to bring to the table for your love feast? It could be anything. That's something that's important to your family. Something that you love to eat together. And bring it to your table. And we will invite, through the prayer that I'm going to send to you this week on a sheet of paper, the presence of Christ among us while we are apart. An invitation for this Jesus who's with us always to come and minister to us while we find ways to sing songs of Zion. Peace.